Have you ever read something ancient, like the Psalms, and just felt its power? It's not always just what they're saying, right? It's how they say it. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the literary secrets that make these simple words feel so profound. So let's jump right in with a line of poetry that's both beautiful and kind of puzzling. It's from Psalm 19. The heavens declare, the skies proclaim. You can just picture it, can't you? It's an amazing image, but it also raises a pretty big question. I mean, seriously, think about it. A sky doesn't have a mouth. It can't literally stand up and make a declaration. So, what's really going on here? How is the poet making us feel like the sky is speaking? Well, the answer is in the poet's toolbox. See, writers have these incredible literary devices that let them bend the rules of language to create these amazing pictures and feelings in our minds. And the tool that solves our puzzle is called personification. It's a really cool trick where you give human qualities or actions, like speaking, to something that isn't human at all, like the sky. So when the psalmist writes that the skies proclaim something, he's using personification. He's giving the sky a voice. It's the same thing we do when we say something like, the wind danced across the field. The wind isn't doing the waltz, obviously, but it helps you picture its movement in this really beautiful, lively way. Okay, another tool you'll see all the time is the simile. This one's all about making a comparison. It's a way to deepen our understanding by saying something is like or as something else. It's so simple but so effective, right? You know what stars look like. You know what diamonds look like. By connecting them with that one little word, like, the poet instantly paints this brilliant, sparkling picture for you. Now, if a simile is a gentle comparison, a metaphor is its bold, direct cousin. A metaphor doesn't mess around with like or as. It just comes right out and says something is something else. It's way more powerful. Of course, her smile isn't literally made of sunshine, but by saying it was sunshine, the author tells you so much more than she had a nice smile. They're telling you about the effect of that smile, how it brought warmth and light and hope into a gloomy situation. See the difference? So let's look at them side by side. The simile, stars looked like diamonds, it's a suggestion, an indirect comparison. But the metaphor, her smile was sunshine, that's a direct, punchy statement. One suggests a similarity, the other just flat out declares an identity. And all of this, personification, similes, metaphors, they all feed into this one master tool, imagery. You can think of imagery as any language that gets our five senses going. It's what makes us see, hear, or even feel what we're reading. It's what makes the words jump off the page. Okay, so now we know the how. We've seen the tools the poets are using. But that brings us to an even more interesting question. Why? Why do they do this? I mean, why would someone like David, the psalmist, use all these fancy literary tricks? Why not just say, the sky is really pretty and it reminds me of God? Why go to all this trouble? Well, it really comes down to this. Some things are just too big, too powerful for everyday language. When you're trying to talk about feelings like awe or mystery, or trying to describe the indescribable, plain old facts just don't cut it. Poetry becomes the language of the soul. It's a way to paint a picture of something that can't be easily explained, and in this case, to give glory to God. But, understanding these poetic tools isn't just a fun English lesson. It actually points to a much bigger idea about why we learn anything at all, whether it's poetry or physics. You might be sitting there thinking, okay, this is cool, but what's the real point? Why should I care about personification? Where does all this knowledge actually lead? And here's one possible answer. Knowledge without a moral compass, without a purpose, can actually be dangerous. I mean, think about it. The same skill that allows you to write beautiful, inspiring poetry could also be used to write clever, manipulative propaganda. The psalmist wasn't just showing off his writing skills, he was aiming them at something higher. This whole idea really connects to this verse from Romans. The promise here is that when you point your mind, your skills, your education, towards the Spirit, towards a higher purpose, the result isn't just being smart. The result is life and peace. It's about having a peaceful mind, not just a full one. So, In the end, learning how poetry works isn't just about passing a test. It's about picking up a skill that you can then use with intention. It connects you to this long, amazing tradition of people using beautiful words to express something true. And really, that's the big takeaway. It's not just about what you learn, but what you choose to do with it.